Hey everybody, it's BlueToad and welcome to Pikmin 2, which is kind of goes hand in hand with Pikmin 1, which is why I'm playing it now. It's a really good one. It's a bit brutal later on, but it's also forgiving in other ways, but it's a really good one. It needs more love. With that said, let's begin. Starting a new file. New ship's log. Hocotate Freight is a long-haul deep space shipping company. One day, its only employee of any merit, Captain Olimar, crashed on an uncharted planet while I was on a vacation. There he was aided by indigenous creatures which he called Pikmin. In the end, Captain Olimar escaped. But in Olimar's absence, his employer, Hocotate Freight, ran into financial difficulties. Captain Olimar. Planet Hocotate. Hocotate Freight. President of Hocotate Freight, and local employer Louis. Olimar, I'm very glad you're safe. Yes, very glad. Quite glad, but sadly I have an announcement that is not so glad. Our company is going under. Yes, we're finished. On his first mission, Louis here met a ravenous space bunny, and his entire load of golden Pick brand carrots was eaten. I took out an enormous loan to repay the debt from this loss. I decided to sell off corporate assets to repay the loan. But the only asset we had to sell was your ship, the SS Dolphin. As for the rest of our loan, we have no means to repay it. Olimar, what is that? You brought that back as a souvenir for your kid. Treasure, 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 money, 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 money. Initiating valuation of recovered treasure. This artifact is worth 100 Pokos. This thing's worth 100 Pokos. That's more than a year's salary. What? There are more on that planet that can repay our debt? Louis, you dolt, look alive! You must depart immediately. With Captain Olimar. There he goes. Back to the Pikmin planet. The Valley of Repose. Berserk! That was close! I have averted a crash landing, running diagnostics. Alert! Danger! Louis is missing! He must have somehow fallen out of his cockpit. He is not responding via his communicator. He is either flouting protocol or in danger. Olimar, you must find Louis before he freezes to death in the cold of this planet. Wait a moment. Look. Could these be Pikmin? They look like they are about to be devoured as we speak. Help them! Use left stick to put the cursor near Pikmin and press B to call them with your whistle. You can also hold B to make the sound of your whistle carry further, remember? Of course it can't start with us not crash landing in some sort of way. Also, the Pikmin can't lose this fight. Until after we call them back anyway, so let's call them back. What happened to his neck? The Pikmin ran to your side. They seem to remember you, Captain Olimar. How fascinating. Give them instructions and do not delay. Hold A to grab a Pikmin, then release to throw it. Try to get a Pikmin onto it, just like that. I think it should be easier than it was before, so that's good. But now where to take it? Attention, Captain Olimar! I've just re-established my communications link with Louis. It is fortunate that we have managed to confirm his safety. Press Y to communicate with him. I am quite interested in the details of his condition. Now this is probably the biggest improvement to the Pikmin series. Swapping. Louis, allow me to assess your condition, as per our safety protocols. Are you at all injured? Is that so? Then my concerns are eased. Our communication link shows you are nearby. Can you make your way to our location and rejoin us? I will navigate for you. Press plus to contact me and obtain information about the terrain. Also love that Louis got a print in the snow where he landed. But yeah, we have two captains, which means we can swap between them to do different things at the same time. Which would be quite interesting. Also, we can check the map already, which is nice as well. See that this is a pretty big place. I really love Pikmin 2, I just need to play it a lot more. Also, hey look! The red onion. Louis, the odd object before you appears to be one of the onions mentioned in Olimar's report. The seed the onion ejected just sprouted, according to Olimar's report. It can be plucked with a... Interesting that it does that despite there being Pikmin out in the field still. Louis, this must be one of the Pikmin creatures from Olimar's report. It is staring at you. Press A to throw a Pikmin where you want to take action. A squad of them can do a lot. You can disband a squad of Pikmin that's following you by pressing X. Interesting. Olimar's description of the creatures resembling pick carrots was strikingly accurate. Louis, my sensors have detected drool in the corner of your mouth. Are you alright? Very interesting line of text. Okay, we have a Pikmin. Also, I guess it's possible that, like, the onion can just generate Pikmin on its own, like, with enough time. But we never see that, so... The onion ejected more seeds. The pellet from that flower must hold nutrients that breed Pikmin. Yes, the Pikmin gather nutrients, hold them to the onion, and further propagate the species. The onion is a Pikmin mothership. Reviewing Olimar's report, it seems holding A lets one rapidly pluck Pikmin sprouts. So let's do that, grab some more Pikmin out. And let's just get some more because we're gonna need them. I don't think the Pikmin are that much smarter in this, so we're still gonna have to try as hard as possible to get them to work, but they do seem a little bit smarter in this. Which is good. Just slightly better. But yeah, Pikmin can carry stuff back for us. You can usually carry two Pikmin, like, double the Pikmin that it says it needs is probably that it can have carrying it. I'm bad at explaining things. The more Pikmin you have on something, the faster it goes, but you can only have, like, up to half, or, no, double what it needs. I hope that's a better explanation. It's fine. Basically, if you haven't seen Pikmin, the Pikmin 1 playthrough I just did, this is more of a continuation of that, rather than its own thing. I don't know. Also, look, it's a battery! Which looks different in this version from the older versions because of probably copyright reasons, I don't know. There's trying to be, like, different non-specific brands in this rather than actual brands that exist in real life. Perhaps this object is one of the treasures that we are searching for. The only reason we found it here is because this is where you crash-landed. How fortunate. I would like to appraise it, but you must regroup with Olimar first. Can you see him? Press CL to move the camera behind you. Also press CR to zoom in or out, and up or down on the right stick to change angles. Oh, and press left or right on the right stick to rotate the camera. Very helpful information. But we are going to need more Pikmin to carry this back because it takes a fair bit. And also we need to just wait because we have to also dig it out of the ground. Digging it out of the ground is a new thing, but so are these paper bags here because if we throw a Pikmin on top, it will show us how many we need to be able to crush the bag down. So let's just do a bit of that. Swap back to Olimar. Throw some more up there. Just like that. Captain Olimar, Louis, you are reunited at last. This has been a troublesome start to our trip. But now you must feel assured that your combined wits can get you through anything, correct? From now on, use B to form a single group, X to make or take solo action, and Y to change leaders. So when we split our Pikmin group, it also splits our captains up as well. Which is very good because it means that we can, like, split up faster for getting groups of Pikmin into different squads. Also, on the text screens, you can press A to make, or hold A to make the text go faster, and B to go through the whole line of text in the box, so you can go by it through this much faster. So anyway, let's grab our whole group, which means we also have to grab our captains back if we split the squad, but that's... it takes getting used to, basically. But yeah, now we have both captains on us. They both have their own health bars as well, so... I think we can also probably see them on the map, probably, as different arrows. But let's start digging this up, because we're going to need to do that. We don't throw fast with two captains, which is, makes sense, I guess. It'd be cool if we could throw, like, more Pikmin at the same time. Just need to wait, though. But it is so cool just being able to like switch captains like this and go in different directions. Entirely. Need 20 Pikmin for this, we really need that thing back. Also, the other thing we can do with this is actually pluck Pikmin faster with 2 captains. So I should really have Olimar over there. I mean, we have to wait for them to grow as well, but it's going to go by much faster with 2 captains when plucking. So it's good to, like, explore, but it's also good to have, like, at least one captain or both captains plucking any Pikmin that are in the ground, if there are any. Again, we're probably going to want to avoid that, though, so we're going to try and have 100 Pikmin out all the time, basically. But there we go, that's that. That should be everything we can do on this first day. Of course, there is also one thing we can do. Also, I do like our trash ship that we have. We can actually go up here, and we can go down the slide. Not that it's much of a slide, but it's a thing we can do. It is cool how different this place is to Pikmin 1. It is very cool. Very cold, which I like. Also, it's such a shame that we did all that work for our ship in Pikmin 1, and then it got taken away from us. And didn't even recover all of our debt. Courage Reactor. So whenever we get a treasure back to our ship, it lets us, like, look at it with the left stick to just rotate it in different directions. But it also gives it a name, a special name in-game. And then, of course, it tells us the value and how we're doing on our total, so... 280 and still a long way to go. Out of 10,000. Our first day of exploration has yielded our first treasure. We will be done in record time. I took the liberty of naming it when I appraised it. The name reflected my current thinking. In quotes. Leave it to me to think up catchy names for hit products. It is but one of my many talents. Thanks, Mr. Ship. We shall end our first day here and report back to our president. His face will surely be joyous. However, to communicate with Hocotate, we must fly into low orbit, above the planet. We will not return to the surface until morning, so as to avoid the indigenous nocturnal creatures. And of course, any Pikmin left behind at the end of the day that are not in one of your 2 captains' parties will get left behind. But also we have 2 captains now, which is going to make getting Pikmin at the end of the day much easier as well. But hey, we get to see all the treasures we collected today. All of our funds earned. All of our Pikmin growth. You can also check the deaths that we've had to different things. Which there are more hazards in this, which is going to be... it's gonna be a time. Pikmin 2 really ramps up the difficulty, so... You found your first bit of treasure. Fine work. Our future depends on your efforts, so check your treasure hoard regularly. I'll check in often. Keep up the pace. And let's save. The game likes to save a lot, so you don't have to worry too much about it. But there we go. Also... on the screen is the Piklopedia and the treasures. The Piklopedia is like a book of all of the enemies and creatures that we encounter. So it has the pellet posies here, and the dwarf red bulborbs. It also shows us how much value they have, despite us not being able to do anything with that. And the amount of times we've defeated them and Pikmin we've lost to them. We can also, if we press A, throw pick carrots at them, which are basically like examples of Pikmin that, in the way that the creatures interact with them. So these dwarf Bulborbs will eat the pick carrots. But we can just like throw a whole bunch at them, which is cool. Apparently there's also a specifically like modified Pikmin in the code of the game as well, which is interesting. But anyway, if we press plus we can check Olimar's notes. Dwarf Red Bulborb. Pensaurus. Pseudodoculi. I don't know. There's like, he's got a specific like scientific name for it, which I don't know how to say. Breadbug family, interesting. Although initially identified as juvenile Red Bulborb, groundbreaking new research indicates that this creature is in fact a member of the breadbugs family, a close relative of the vanilla breadbug. It escapes predation though through mimicry. Predation? I don't know. Unique adaptation of the red bulborb crimson coloration allows the species to safely commingle. Such effective adaptation... this is so hard to read. And obfuscation by prey species is rare, indicating this clever creature is master of mimicry. I'm probably not gonna be good at it, but I'm gonna put a card at the top right of the screen after like a few days. Like every few days basically. Which I'm gonna try and go through as many of these logs as possible. It's not gonna be good, but I'm gonna try and go through them at the very least to just have the text on screen, basically. Hopefully. But there's also the treasure hoard. Shows us the value of the items and just like what they look like. Pretty much. It also has Olimar's journal. We've recovered our first treasure. Amazingly, the Pikmin remember how to salvage it. I can't understand their adorable language. I don't know what they're thinking. Yet I'm so happy to see them. When I crashed on this planet, the Pikmin helped me locate my missing ship parts. In my darkest hour, the Pikmin were there for me. Now that I'm reunited with them, I know everything will be alright. It will, right? So yeah, I'll have that in the extra side things as well, just because I think that's the best way to get all this extra dialogue. But yeah. Pellet weed family. In the stem of this pellet posy, one can observe the muscle fiber unique to half plant, half animal species, such as the Pikmin, and candy pop flowers. So the pellet posy is a species that can be considered a close relative. Although the ability to crystallize nectar is unique to a small group of the pellet weed family, the fact that these plants reach maturity so quickly and that their pellets contain such high concentrations of the natural nutrients in the soil explains why the Pikmin and so many of other ingredients... no, not ingredients. That's later. Indigenous species are so reliant on these pellets for sustenance. Get 'em, carrots! Anyway, enough of that. Let's go back to the area selection. At the bottom of the screen, we can also see the Valley of Repose information, showing us the above ground treasures we've collected so far, and also some question marks on it. We can also see the number of days in we are, so it's currently day 2. And at the top of the screen we can see how much of our debt we've repaid. And with that, let's go back in. Back to the Valley of Repose. Good morning, workers! Ready for another day of toiling for the profit of your company? Yay! For we love the company. We love the company. The Pikmin seem to still be asleep inside their onion. What lazy creatures! No wonder they lack survival skills. Stand beneath the onion and press A to call them out. Call them out in what way? You lazy Pikmin. I'm calling you out for being so lazy. Again, we can also like call them off quickly by pressing the whistle button. Just gonna try and land these on top of the thing so it goes down faster. Just gonna look around a bit. Okay, nothing up there. It is the second day, so there's now a timer at the top of the screen, showing us how long we have left in the day. But the interesting thing about Pikmin 2 is there's no day limit. So we can just like be here for as long as we want, pretty much. Although there probably is like a limit, but it's probably like ridiculously far in the future. Like 99, I guess? I don't actually know. I've never tested it because it takes so long. We have plenty of time, basically. I also just want to quickly see if there's anything over here. There is, so we want to get some of this back. We really want to increase the numbers of Pikmin now. Throw that up there. Throw this over there. And we want to get these back quickly, so I'm going to also get multiple on. I think that's everything here. I don't think our Pikmin can trip either. That was just a Pikmin 1 thing. Which is very nice, because we can now just like go much faster without having to worry about things as much. Also, there's a big pellet posy up there that's about to grow at some point today. Need to keep an eye on that. We could just like leave some Pikmin up there. I can't remember how big it is though. It might be 10 or 20. I think it's 10 probably. It could just be a 5 though is the problem. So we'll leave that for a bit. Let's go get this paper bag up here, because we need a lot more Pikmin for it. 35, which is almost all the ones that we have currently, so we're going to actually need to wait for the rest. No, you should come with me so we can pluck faster. The day's going by so fast. I mean, we don't have to worry about it as much, we just need to be aware of Pikmin at the end of the day. Okay, it's just a 5. That's good to know. Let's get all these. Once they finish growing, because you have to wait for them to grow. Very nice. Come on. Just a little bit faster, Pikmin. Work with me here. You're very nice. Also, using the L button to, like, get your Pikmin to charge at things is also still helpful to direct them a bit. There's a big bulb here. Not a dwarf at all. Let's just get behind it and then charge. Hopefully my Pikmin actually get onto it, which they're not. I think it works differently in this one to Pikmin 1 is the problem. So we're definitely going to be a bit bad at combat for a little bit because I'm used to Pikmin 1. Just going to get them all on that. There's also treasure here that we need to get. And there's also a gate there, which I should probably just like get like a few Pikmin on, but not too many. Just so that they're going to get down sooner. That'll be good. Let's go pluck some more Pikmin. This is just so different from Pikmin 1, it's crazy. I really like its feel though. It takes some getting used to, but it's really good. Okay, there we go. Pikmin comes back to us instantly, it doesn't like wait for it to realize that it's not gonna get anything else. Pikmin 2 is so much better than Pikmin 1 already. And we haven't even got into the other stuff yet. Also, I forgot I also need to go get the treasure, but I need to get more Pikmin out first, so let me do that. The gate will, like, work itself down at this point, which is good. Getting Pikmin onto that early was a good call. They are kind of tripping, but they're not, like, slowing down too much. Well, so it looks like this thing has a mouth and a face. It's just like a giant mouth. Okay, that's as many as we can put on that. Let's go get this. Break it down a bit more. I'm also going to leave Louie here. Gonna go take Olimar back to the base with the other Pikmin. Okay, we've got it back. Let's do that. And we've also got the gate down at the same time. How could Pikmin destroy such a massive wall? When masked with their might is ferocious. Louie, did Olimar instruct you on proper Pikmin commanding protocol? Apparently not. Olimar, you are failing in your duty as a superior. Superior. Allow me to explain. Press A to grab Pikmin and release to throw them. Call them into a group with B. Press X to disband the group. To give orders, hold L while moving a right stick. It's handy for giving orders to a group. You can review these directions anytime by pressing minus. Thank you for doing the explaining for me. I appreciate it. There it is. Crushed can, out of scrap.